Can I just probably endorse what you said? And I think 60% of education is in the home front, and 40% is in the schools. We as parents have a responsibility, and I'm talking to all parents. We have to prepare our children so that when they go out, they can be responsible citizens. And as you were talking about, a lot of indiscipline, that's all across the board. And these are the same parents that are raising children that are indisciplined. So if we sit here today and talking to kids or to students about indiscipline, and we have not tackled the problem, because when there's a problem, you have to look at the root cause, the cause. And as parents, have we lost the responsibility to be role models to our kids? Would our kids want to be like us when we grow up? And these are all the questions that we really need to ask. You know, kids, they emulate. If you come home and they see that, you know, you have not done your responsibility, even in the home front, between the husband and the wife, if you are supposed to be the head of the household and you are not taking your responsibility and your children are seeing that, that family becomes disgruntled. And when you have a family that's disgruntled, they go to the schools and they create such mayhem. And then there's nobody to tell them not to do it. So now, even grown-ups themselves, when they're in discipline, nobody can talk to them. So if you are grown up and you have children and you are in discipline, and even your own parents and even your family, we have we need to go back to basics. We need to sit back and claim our throne and our responsibilities in our family, so that when we tell our children, don't do this, it means don't do it. We are the parents. And we are the ones that feed our children. We are the ones that give them the responsibility. Let us start giving children in our home responsibility. If you have a boy in your home, instead of getting a gardener, let them cut the grass. Correct. Let them wash your car for you. If they have siblings, let them take a walk. Let them help them with their homework. These are things that really help in fostering responsibility and discipline. So if it is not in the home front, the teachers cannot control them, because the mothers cannot, the fathers cannot control them. So we have to look at the root of the problem and where this is coming before we can talk about discipline at the school level. We have to talk about discipline in the streets, because when your children are disciplined at home, they can be out in the street, they will show that same discipline. I'm not saying that most parents are not doing their part, but we have not enforced. We need to be the enforcers. We need to show the kids we are the parents, whether they like it or not. Responsibility, and give your kids responsibility in the home, so that when they go, if the teacher says, do this, they will do it. And sir, I applaud you for saying that. When you are preaching something, you have to practice it. You cannot be a teacher and said, do this, and you are doing something totally different. So as grown-ups, sometimes when people disrespect you, you have to ask yourself, what did I contribute to that disrespect? So these are the questions as a community, as a people, we have to ask ourselves, because there's a lot of indiscipline in the home front. We hire people. We have people working for us, people that are sitting there, and you're trying to succeed, and there are so many people that are undermining the process. So we have to really talk about this and have a really dialogue. Attitudinal change. We need to change our attitudes. Until we change that, the discipline is not going to be realized.
Thank you. Well, viewers, I'm afraid that's all we have for you in this particular edition of the National Bantaba Forum. Until I come your way next week, thank you very much for your time.
Yeah. soroleti ke amudu waja boleti ala ke jaralla mansa lumbinala Afrika bele benu mala ali sama ke toloya foni kanala.
GRTS.
It's always a delight to have you back on the expedition with me, Ibrahim Jata, exploring the characterful outlook of the smiling coast. This week, I'll be extending a brimful festival quest, looking at the distinct aspects of local communities as they convene to celebrate their cultural past and the valued traditions which have for long defined their existence. For an encounter with unusual masquerades, I'll be journeying to Jara Bureng as the settlement converges for its annual cultural festival. Witness the emergence of the Kosi masquerade in full cultural regalia. But that's not all. In its first cultural festival, Sukuta is just the place to be. Follow the expedition inside Sukuta, discovering Kombo's divergent delights and cultures. Also coming up, a meeting with the cycling adventurist who has found a new way to discover the true form of this smiling coast. That's all coming up in the next half hour on the expedition with me, Ibrahim Jata. But first things first, let's look at the extremes people and organizations go through to guarantee development. It's the Go for Africa Foundation coming again in ways never seen before, harnessing talents, young people, and philanthropism to provide sustainable social improvements.